all lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way. The truth is the light.
I need to have another one of these.
Amen, amen.
Gee. I kind of.
This is way over the edge. Like we it's not even over the edge. We died already.
This is beyond the event horizon. Like we about to hit the vortex.
Yeah, we about to hit the vortex.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Haven't been to the show, so you wouldn't know what it is to win.
I don't need to add.
How you die does not redeem how you lived. You do not become a hero in your death when you are a weapon of the enemy in your life.
Well, negotiations, right? Politics.
And we're out of time. So you.
Hey, all gravity, any day above ground, live it. I hope you're having a fantastic start to your Monday. Hey, next week is Thanksgiving. So you should give thanks to another year seen around the world, around the revolution if your birthday already happened. If your birthday is coming up later this month or next month, hey, prayers to you and your family and those that love you. But today we're going to talk about that white on white crime, son. Come on now, you know we was gonna do it.
What the hell?
Oh, you thought we were gonna talk about Thomas Matthew Crooks? I mean, we are, but we're gonna talk about this white on white crime. Y'all got motherfuckers dressing up like Sonic Fox 5000, and we talk about the headpiece. Them folk, we. Let me tell y'all something. See, I know this is gonna sound a little off code, but y'all can yell at me later. See, when they want to talk about black crime is basically black and white in the sense of black person does something wrong, justice, and then we just keep going. There's no extra shit. At most, it might be some gang shit. That's about it. These motherfuckers right here, they either gotta be a transformer. They gotta be some furry. The what they call them, the pony bros, whatever the hell, bronies, whatever they call them. It's always got to be some slant so they could play the mental illness game. And I'm actually surprised this time they're not pulling this. But we know what's about to come. It's going to be the calls again for transsexuals and transgenders. They're going to be the reason why the right wants gun control. And as us who are responsible and the adults in the room, because clearly the right is not adult, we got to tell them to screw off.
And a lot of white folk have demonstrated eloquently that they don't have no sense.
They're losing their mind on X right now because it came out that apparently Thomas Crooks, the guy who shot at Trump in Butler, Pennsylvania, while he was doing the rally, they say that they were running around saying he trans, he's not normal. And then it came out today or yesterday that he trans. So that's why I wrote the title the way I did. So we're going to look at that today. But you know what we got to do before we do that. We got to address the room. Say hi to the folk. So, Shine Bright Studios, hello. Reparations Nation, hello. Gamers Den, hello. Reparations Nation, I'll say hello to you again. Miss Nisi, hello. William Morant, hello. Cosmo Fury, hello. Brother Tony Rain, hello. And you think you funny as hell, but, you know, you my brother in arms. GDS, hello. DSA1, hello. Wallow J, hello. Man Down Sports, salute to you. You ask who is that? This is the fool that shot at Trump. I just saw the comment, so we'll just repeat it for those who are coming in late. Black are you seem new, but welcome. West Coast Barbara, hello. You seem welcome. You seem new, but I recognize the picture, so you might not be new, but welcome just the same. Stream Elements, you bastard, hello. Shout out to Reparations Nation. She or he, because he's going to yell at me later. They will be 48. Hope I reach that age and 8 years wiser. I hope. Emperor Rex, hello. Sybil, hello. We have Shakur Burton, hello. And for those who haven't said anything in the live chat or comments, hello. And hello to you, MAGA, because I am going to rile you up today. So, before we get into everything, because we got to go on X, because we got to see that cesspool, we got to do the customary house cleaning.
Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is use permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Now I'm going to start the teaching.
You know, let me go here. There's a growing concern.
All right. So we're on the post-millennial. Now, I got this from Andy No, Milkshake Face. But I got this link from him because, it's him. So they say Thomas Matthew Crooks went by they, them on DeviantArt. Linked account reveals furry fetish report. Crooks was not simply some unknowable lone actor. He left a digital trail of violent threats, extremist ideology, and admiration for mass violence. Yeah. White on white crime strikes again.
Joke's on you.
So come on in, MAGA. Let's discuss this white on white crime. Come on now. We know you lurking in the background, and it's on the phone, so you saw this. So let's read. An online social media account that has been linked to would-be Trump assassin Thomas Michael Crooks shows the shooter appeared to have a furry fetish, and it also described him as having they, them pronouns, according to a report from the New York Post. The Butler shooter had online profiles on the DeviantArt platform under the usernames of Epic Microwave and The Epic Microwave. Bruh, I'm telling you. Let me tell y'all something. And I'm just guessing here. I'm just guessing. But he could probably heat that food up like a mother.
Y'all trying to get me go to hell.
Only not the bowl. I'm talking about the food in the middle. It is so warm and gooey. Pause. And you don't even have to turn the food. I'm telling you, the Epic Microwave here, I'm telling you, he was probably going in on them lean cuisines and them banquet meals. I know it. Shame, though. We were denied the Epic Microwave. Still causes cancer. Still causes cancer, but, you know. Anyway. The social platform is an online hub for those in the furry community or those who have an interest in anthropomorphized cartoon animal characters, which is often a sexual fetish. See, this couldn't be us. I'm just saying, this could be us. The only thing we like, let me tell y'all something. The only thing we like furry is the
This is how real it is to The Rock. Chills. This is how real it is to The Rock.
reportedly belonging to Crooks suggested he was obsessed with cartoon characters that had muscular bodies but with sexualized female heads. Crooks also interacted with an account known as Willie Tepis, a social media platform that was uncovered by Tucker Carlson. Tucker, would you like to tell us something? I'm just asking for friends. Would you like to tell us something? But okay. The Post reports that the account encouraged violence from Crooks, and in an October 2025 comment said he was contacted by Russian and American intelligence agencies. People who ask you to contact them when they just as easily could contact you are feds. This is how they avoid entrapment. Both American and Russian intelligence does this. I have chatted to both, the account claimed. Tepis is a member of the Nordic Resistance Movement, which has been designated a terrorist organization by the U.S. State Department. The Nordic Resistance Movement. Are you guys going to fight Terminators? Because if you're not, then you're useless. Are you going to fight Skynet? I'm just trying to figure it out. By the way, yeah. We pulled up the website. Yes, we did. That's their symbol, an arrow going up. We did this. I might as well just read it. Formed by neo-Nazi nationalists in Sweden in 1997, the Nordic Resistance Movement, or NRM, is a transnational, where have we heard that before? Neo-Nazi, where have we heard that before? Organization with official chapters operating in Sweden, Finland, and Norway. The NRM also draws support from neo-Nazis in Denmark and Iceland, though the group has failed to establish formal branches in those countries. A 2017 report by Europe Anti-Racism Organization Expo named NRM as the primary force responsible for a rise in neo-Nazi activity in Sweden in 2016. Yeah, I'm going to speculate something, but I think this is why they wanted Greenland so bad. I'm just saying. I think this is why MAGA wanted it. And the neo-Nazis and the neocons. I think that's what they wanted for. They wanted to be closer to the NRM. That's just me. Allegedly. Allegedly. Because I don't want to get in trouble. Allegedly. I'm just saying. This is them. Couldn't resist. We continue. The NRM subscribes to a nationalist socialist
You said what?
Where have we heard that before? or neo-Izan ideology that is avowedly anti-Semitic, anti-gay, anti-immigrant, pro-white, and pro-Hitler.
We know this. The Chinese know that we know. But we make believe that we don't know, and the Chinese make believe that they believe that we don't know, but know that we know. Everybody knows.
That's interesting. Oh, we found our first mad person. Oh.
I give a fuck if a bug bit you, you little fudge sickle.
MAGA's not anti-immigrant. You can't even spell immigrant. What is an immigrant? I don't know what that is. You don't think they're anti-immigrant? Oh, okay. Okay. When I drop the link later, make sure you're around because I want to hear how MAGA's not anti-immigrant. This should be mad. This should be maddening to hear. But we continue. We continue. The NRM has held numerous anti-immigration rallies and has hung signs throughout Sweden, Finland, and Norway reading, "Refugees are not welcome." In its 2015 party platform, Our Path party platform, the NRM warns that the Nordic states, as well as the entire Western world, are controlled by the global Zionist elite. Yet you have people over there in MAGA yelling how they're Zionists. But okay. The NRM thus seeks to regain power from that elite and unite the Nordic states into a Nordic nation able to assert itself militarily, economically, and culturally. Interesting. NRM members reportedly receive martial arts training and are educated on how to respond if fighting arises in the streets. Yet you let the Muslims come over there and all y'all do is bitch tweet all day. But again, they're just warming up. That's just warm-ups. See what I'm saying? They're going to wait till 2026. Then they're going to release the Kung Fu. The Viking Kung Fu is going to be fire. They need ships for that. I don't know how it's going to work on dry land, but the Viking ships and the Viking Kung Fu is fixing to, man, the content we're going to have on that. Viking ships on dry land, bruh. And they're going to claim it's AI. You watch what I tell you. In addition, the group previously sold a knife inscribed with the maxim, "The struggle demands more than only words." In a 2016 interview, NRM Sweden leader Simon Lindberg said he joined the group because its members are strong in the streets. They dare to fight back the scum. However, Swedish prosecutors believe that 3 NRM Sweden members charged in 2017 in connection to 3 bombings on a far-left cafe, and 2 refugee centers in November 2016 and January 2017 were dissatisfied that NRM leadership had not wanted to use violence to the same extent as the 3 men. Prosecutors believe that 2 of those men had received military training in Russia before returning to Sweden and carry out the bombings, though it is unclear from whom they received training. NRM Sweden officially registered as a political party in July 2015 under the name whatever the hell, the same name used for the larger NRM Sweden movement. The group was inspired to enter politics after one of its key members, Per Oberg, was elected in 2014 as a write-in candidate for the Sweden Democrats Party in the Ludvika municipality's local elections. However, NRM Sweden is not believed to have made political gains, and the movement is reported to lend most of its efforts to extra-parliamentary activities such as violence, intimidation, and crime. Crime! White-on-white crime. There you go. That's what we wanted to hear. White-on-white crime. Even in the name of politics, they're still doing white-on-white crime. We continue. Finland banned the NRM in November 2017, but the group has continued to stage demonstrations there while appealing the decision. In September 2020, the Finnish Supreme Court ordered the shutdown of the NRM to preserve the general good of society. According to the court, the group repeatedly violated the law and acted against accepted moral codes such as human rights and equality. NRM members have continued to distribute the group's propaganda and vandalize Jewish cemeteries. Here we go. Now we're going to have fun. In April 2021, U.S. Representative Elisa Slotkin called on the U.S. government to designate more than a dozen foreign white supremacist groups as terrorist organizations, including the NRM, which they did. In September 2022, Icelandic police arrested 4 men suspected of targeting various institutions of society and citizens of the state. Police seized automatic weapons, including 3D printed ones, at 9 locations across the country. They also recovered thousands of rounds of ammunition. Police say they were investigating links to Nordic extremist groups. Media reports suggest NRM could be one of the groups involved. In February 2023, Lindbergh attended and spoke at a conference in Madrid, Spain, held by neo-Nazi group Devenir Europea. And that's them. Yeah, that's them. But you didn't come here to learn that. We just gave you a little bit of backstory. We go back to the article. Although Crooks was the center of a heavy FBI investigation, then FBI Director Christopher Wray said in Congress after the shooting that the agency could not find any online history that pointed to an ideology from Crooks that would have pointed to a motive in the Butler shooting. Wray's deputy Paul Abbott, whatever the fuck, said that the comments from Crooks' social media accounts appear to reflect anti-Semitic and anti-immigration themes to espouse political violence and are described as extreme in nature. However, that did not tell the whole story of Crooks' views, as he reportedly went from being a pro-Trump to an anti-Trump ideologue during 2020, but seemed to go dark afterwards. In total, a source told the Post that there were 17 online accounts uncovered showing Crooks' activities on the platforms of YouTube, Snapchat, Venmo, Zelle, GroupMe, Discord, Google Play, Quizlet, Chess.com, and Quora. A source familiar with the online accounts uncovered about Crooks said, the danger Crooks posed was visible for years in public online spaces. His radicalization, violent rhetoric, and obsession with political violence were all documented under his real name. The threat wasn't hidden. Crooks was not simply some unknowable lone actor. He left a digital trail of violent threats, extremist ideology, and admiration for mass violence. He spoke openly of political assassination, posted under his real name, and was even flagged by other users who mentioned law enforcement in their replies. Despite this, his account remained active for more than 5 years and was only removed the day after the shooting. None of this online activity was referenced in the final congressional report released in December 2024, making this even more troubling, the source added. So he was pro-Trump. I wonder who radicalized him. Huh. That's interesting. But anyway, let's go to X and see how they're taking the news.
You know, let me go here. There's a growing concern.
So the first one is Jack Probiotic. Yes, Jack Probiotic. He writes, breaking, new account linked to Thomas Matthew Crooks show furry fetish transgender ideology. Yet the investigation uncovered that he was pro-Trump. There go Chris Rufo. So I said, AKA Weird McLovin tried to clear Trump off the board. That's what I'm calling him, Weird McLovin. What else? And Jokeness. Breaking, Trump gunman Thomas Crooks used they, them pronouns, obsessed with furries, New York Post. DC drain cleaner, because that's what he drinks. Trump's almost assassin was a transgender extremist. Charlie's assassin is transgender extremist. Multiple recent school shootings were committed by transgender extremists. Transgender terrorism needs to be confronted and defeated. Yet you pussies won't go outside and go see him. Are you afraid that a female would beat you up? Is that what it is? I think that's what it is, fam. They'll never say it out loud, but I think that's what it is. You know, as they take their eyes off the Grindr app. I'm just saying. What else we got? Why did Biden's FBI and Secret Service hide the fact that Trump's would-be assassin was obsessed with transgender extremism? I think we know. No, sure. Go ahead. Tell us. I would like to know this. Why? If this is the full extent of the evidence that Crooks was a transgender extremist, then pretty much every person under the age of 30 probably qualifies. He described himself with the pronouns they, them on the platform DeviantArt, which is one of the biggest online hubs for furry art and the furry community. Two accounts linked to Crooks' primary email were found on Deviant under usernames. We read all that, but okay, sure. This. The Patsy and Charlie's assassination, you mean? Come on, Drano. You should know by now not to think beyond the binder you're handed. Or did you learn nothing? Like, God damn, you let Ian Carroll give you this work? Is this the same tweet? Damn. Did I say Charlie's assassin worked alone? No, but he pulled the trigger? Sure looks like it. And he's a violent trans extremist. I'm open to provable theories about who else was involved, but they need hard evidence. So you ran with this narrative, right? But because somebody called you out, now you want to start asking questions. I think y'all need to load up the podcast mics, but we don't want no podcast mics. We want to see y'all face to face in the bright, clear day and the beautiful sun that the Most High provided.
I told you punk ass niggas to get off the motherfucking timeline and rap. That's the problem. You niggas be crying. You niggas be bitching. You niggas need to fucking rap. When you can't nobody else come up here if they not rapping like that. Stay your punk ass at home.
I need y'all to get outside and rap. Andrew Kovac, an idiot. Wow, President Trump's would-be assassin, Thomas Michael Crooks, was entertaining a furry fetish just like Tyler Robinson. He also used they, them pronouns on social media profiles. This is beyond correlation. This is a 5-alarm fire. Important reporting from Miranda Devine. And y'all still ain't doing nothing. All right. Columns up. Well, look at that. Well, look at that. Mass shooting rates by demographic. Oh, so trans people are now a demographic. That's new to us. I'm just saying, family. Don't you just love it when they come up with these charts? Where did you get this information from? Where? So all of a sudden, trans people are a demographic. I didn't know this. Now, I'm surprised they haven't used the word disproportionate yet, but I'm sure it's coming. Okay. Yeah. And it wasn't lost on me that they had to add black people. They had to add black people just so white people could feel better. And it wasn't lost on me that MAGA don't like Asian people because they had to add that in there. They usually run cover for them, but MAGA done came outside since what happened in Georgia at the Hyundai plant. I see what they're doing, but okay. That's a crazy cover. You see why I said that MAGA hates Asians all of a sudden? Why did it take us nearly 18 months to learn this basic fact about the man who almost deleted President Trump? Stupid, weren't you in Congress? Did you not fight for this? I'm just saying. Weren't you running? Why weren't you loud if you were running? Well, we know why. There's Cat Twat. That's all you could say so you get 58,000 views and $7, but you know, that's him. And it goes on and on and on. They're asking questions, yet your president ain't asking questions because we know who told him not to say anything about this.
Why do you feel a necessity to insult people?
Again.
Is that
where's the script? Where's the script? Read the script.
Is this a big defensive thing that you've got?
Read the script.
Why don't you read your own script?
Well, isn't that something? So the dude who looks like Weird McLovin, or he was supposed to be the stunt double for Paul Dano in the Batman movie. He made Trump hit the ground. He made him catch the ground. Shout out to T.I. and American Gangster. He made him catch the ground. At this point, can we just say it, family?
Who cares?
But yeah.
You know why I say who cares? Because we need to talk about this white on white crime. I don't see y'all outside. Y'all didn't do nothing. This was the first one. The other one, y'all didn't do nothing about that either. I think we could sum up Thomas Matthew Crooks in a few words. I think we could.
He got away with it, but he ain't get away with it.
True. He got away with it, but he didn't get away with it because he got laid down by counter snipers. But still, MAGA. Let's talk about this white on white crime. Because here we go again. Y'all out here trying to take each other out, but you want to go over there and blame everybody else for the downfall of Western society when it's your goddamn fault. You are on the grassroots grounds taking each other out. But lo and behold, one story comes out about a black person defending themselves against somebody white. Y'all try to change the narrative and make it about that. I find that quite interesting. But then again, y'all don't care about each other.
You want some more?
We might have more. Then you move up the ladder. You get to your schools, you know, the babies. Shout out to the babies. The babies are in there hopefully learning today. But you know how the Trump administration is with education. They want to dumb your kids down to make them drones. You have teachers in there that look like you, could be your cousins, could be sitting next to you or across from you, passing you the nasty green bean casserole with the Kinder fried onions because, you know, Walmart said we had to give you the Kinder this year because we can't give you the Frenches because it's too expensive. She could have, or he, or them, because we don't discriminate here, they could have been touching on kids and you wouldn't even know. And we know they probably did that because they don't wash their hands.
You want some more?
We might have more. Then we move up the ladder. We go to your HOAs. Yes, we do. The HOAs, especially the Karens, you know, the HOA president. They cause terrorism all through that block. Yes, they do. Let your blade of grass be 1 millimeter over. She at your doorstep talking about somehow she want to kick you out. Terrorizing the babies. Then they grow up and they have all that trauma that's never fixed. And now we have unhinged folk running outside doing white on white crime. That's not good.
You want some more?
We might have more. Then they'll, you know, then that faithful, beautiful day. Prom. Yes. We've all, if you have, experienced prom. You get dressed up real nice. You females, y'all got your hair did. Brothers get the nice shape ups, nice lineups, get the suits, the limos that our parents paid for. Nowadays, they're doing extra shit. Motherfuckers coming out of helicopters, coming out of caskets. Cool. Then they go and they sneak the alcohol. Yes, they do. And they're over there drinking, messing up their livers before they 21. White on white crime.
You want some more? Do you?
We might have more. Then they go to college. Football Saturday, you had a rough week of testing, rough week of research papers, because there's like another month left of classes before Christmas break. Drinking, doing drugs, driving erratically. That one guy, he trying to impress his friends with his car, runs over beautiful white children, and he gets off scot-free, white on white crime.
You want some more?
We might have more. Then they become adults. Again, still nothing treated. They walk around this earth just trying to eke out an adult living, but they're still degenerate. They're taking tips out of jars. They're running around dressing like Hitler. They doing Nazi saluting. Sorry, YouTube. Eisen saluting. They out here talking mess. They out here listening to Nick Fuentes, a Mexican trying to lead the white nationalists. They consuming all this Trump content. They running around talking about liberals and conservatives, even though none of them know what any of them principles are, just because it's fashionable. And then they take it out on each other. And those who don't know, next week at Thanksgiving, because we're going to go back to Thanksgiving, they're going to pull that bullshit on their parents. And their parents ain't going to want to hear it because they got bills to pay, especially your loans that you keep deferring. And you're going to have to ask them that. And you're going to be like that white boy who got his games taken away, and he flipped the whole table over, white on white crime.
You want some more?
We might have more. Then, you get married. You finally found somebody that you could sit down and you actually hypnotize them to be with you for the rest of their life. Because we know that's how y'all operate. Y'all don't marry for love. You marry for a script. I said it.
So put on the fruit armor of God, Jesus Christ. I love you, God. Him, a true Jesus Christ.
That's right. That's how the Most High looks at y'all when y'all faking it in church. That's how he looks. He's just like, damn. But you're going to find out. Your union was not built on love. It was built on convenience. Shout out to Charlie Kirk. Anyway. A few years pass. The honeymoon phase. Your cracks start showing up. You're neglectful. You're not even folding your clothes. The wife tell you to take the chicken out so she can't season it, even though she don't really do it, but she told you to just take it out of the fridge because she saw black women doing it on TikTok. So she said this must be a thing because it was frozen. You have the beer in the hand. She go in there. She try to cut the chicken. The knife breaks because it's still frozen. She asked you when you took it out. You were supposed to take it out from 10 o'clock in the morning because black women told her it takes about 6 hours in room temperature to be fine. He didn't take it out till 4. Then she got a message on the phone from the school that you forgot to go pick up the kids from the school bus stop. So she has to go leave now to go get the kids. You over there watching OAN with your beer in your hand. And she says something that you did not want to say. You never wanted to hear. Well, Trisha's husband is so nice. He actually helps out. And this is what sets you off because Trisha's husband happens to be a black man and you get the whooping on her. So she has to show up picking up the kids, the cheering, and she has to wear sunglasses even though we're in the wintertime. So sun has already set. White on white crime.
You want some more?
We might have more. Now, you went to therapy. You finally did. She finally convinced you because she said she was going to take everything from you and the cheering. So you went to therapy and you're starting to turn the corner, starting to rehash relationships, starting to feel better. Then that one fateful July last year, you get a text message because you're outside playing with the kids and trying to figure out how you can sleep with the dog without the wife knowing this time. You get the text from your buddy Gunther, and Gunther tell you that somebody shot at Trump. You thought Gunther was playing because you found out there was something on social media called pranks. Not like the pranks you grew up with, but pranks. People showing you stuff. He sent you a CNN link. Now, you told Gunther many times, don't send me CNN links because I'm right wing, I'm MAGA. So you went reliably to Fox News and saw it. But to be confirmed, you had to go on X and you saw the post. You went back into what you grew up as, that broken individual. You kicked the dog. We just gonna call it what it is. Why did you kick the dog? You told the kids that they're grounded for 3 days. They didn't even do nothing. They was just playing. You went in the house. You stormed in the house. You were yelling, why did they shoot at Trump? You had a tear coming out of your left eye. Your wife is like, what's going on? You don't want to talk to her. You call her the B word. You scaring the children. The dog don't want to come near you. And you go right back into your chair, put on Fox News. They're playing it over and over again. This time you have a bear in your hand and your jock, pause, in your right hand. You're doing that in the house where your family is and you did not take precautions. White on white crime.
You want some more?
We might have more. Then they tell you who did it. It's Thomas Matthew Crooks. And you have been trained to go and peruse online, heavy.com and the rest of them sites. Try to find out how much melanin this motherfucker had, because black people are so violent in this country that they finally hit the apex. This is what's going to get you outside finally and think about getting a gun. Because you got to go get the black folks, because one of them shot Trump after everything he did for the blacks, because that's how you think. We're not people. We're just a noun to you. But you're so dumb, you tell everybody that blacks is an adjective because Trump loves his stupid base. So you keep looking and you type in that name and it just comes up with this character. And you say that can't be it. It can't be it. And you keep looking and looking and looking. And this face keeps coming up. And a couple pictures of Paul Dano when he was Riddler. But still, this keeps coming up. Now you have a hell of a decision to make. Do you call out white on white crime and start down the rabbit hole of redemption where you can get out of your MAGA glazing? That's what the young kids say. Or do you stay where you are and still hate black people because your friend, your wife's friend's husband does everything right? He helps out. You went and took it out on the wife because they shot Trump. White on white crime.
You want some more?
You might have more. Now, Trump gets elected. It's a happy day in the house. The children don't know why, but they're just jumping with daddy because daddy's happy that Trump won. The wife finally healed up. Even though those medical bills are tough. They're tough, but Trump's back in office. Everything gonna be better. But a funny thing happens in 2025. He gets in. It's a happy day, January 20th. Vivek's gone. You secretly liked Vivek, but you don't like Vivek because he's an Indian, but you were going to let him ride because Trump liked him. So Vivek gone, no sweat off your back. None of that. Then he starts losing the tariff war. But it's like, it's negotiations. You were taught on social media, negotiations. That's what the tariffs are, negotiations. So you're waiting for him to negotiate. Then he starts throwing out Liberation Day and 145% tariffs. You were happy, 145. You figured out with your very sub IQ brain that 145 is more than 100%. And you were telling Gunther and Cletus and Tony, because there's always a Tony, and you claim you're a full-blooded red American that's been here for 13 generations. You know, your people came over on the boat from Ellis Island, but we let you have it because you ain't got no papers, so nobody gonna go after you because you beat up your wife. But they tell you this, but Tony, like, how you gonna pay 145? And would you like to come over for spaghetti and meatballs because his old lady's cooking? You watch Liberation Day, you get happy, so happy. You actually hug your wife, and she's so happy that you gave her affection for the first time since you couldn't control yourself before the wedding. You had to bend her over, and then she got pregnant that day because you couldn't wait, and that's why your marriage is in the toilet, because you're not supposed to see your wife before the ceremony. You end up breaking her arm again. White on white crime.
You want some more?
We might have more. But then a funny thing starts happening. You start hearing the whispers, the left. They're knocking Trump. That's nothing new. And you become more active on social media. You start railing against the libs. Get a nice little account out of it. But you don't use it that often, so you don't keep up on it. Funny thing starts happening. You start hearing about these other countries pushing back on Trump. How dare they push back on Trump? They don't have no power. We are the economy. We're number one. That's what Trump said. Now, mind you, this is June. Your kids are out of school, so you got to do something with them. So you take them to the park. You let them go down on that hot ass slide. What kind of father are you? White on white crime.
You want some more?
We might have more. Now, I understand, Black family, that the metal slide builds character. We understand this, but according to them, they are supposed to be the model parents, so they should have known. They should have thrown water down the slide first, but that's neither here nor there. It's neither here nor there. They're in the park chilling. The dog finally got over the limp after you kicked it. Even though the dog's not supposed to be there, but, you know, screw the rules, right? Because Trump's in office. Screw the rules. You get a text from Tony. Now, while he's holding little Nicholas, because, you know, that's his fifth kid and you're happy because that's your nephew, he tell you that stock market is basically cratering because Trump's policies are not working. And Tony's starting to turn the corner. He's like, listen, my bills are racking up, especially with this new kid. I don't think Trump is the guy for me. So you're like, well, listen, I'm with the kids. I can't talk right now. I'll hit you up later. Because, you know, even though he don't like Black people, Tony understands that sometimes our protagonist likes to talk Black. So they meet up for a beer in the parking lot because, again, our protagonist is not allowed in the bars in his town because he a little unhinged. But that's all right. He starts showing Tony now. He starts showing him his portfolio because Tony has a dad who, you know. But anyway, he's like, yeah, my bills are racking up. The wife is on me, but she still loves me. The kids want stuff. I don't know how I'm gonna pay for this. I'm gonna have to go ask for extra shifts, things of that nature. Our protagonist starts yelling about, this is bullshit. You just gotta trust Trump. This is what we voted for him. It takes time. Biden messed everything up. If we had the black lady in there, she would have messed everything up. We got to give him time. Tony's like, I hear what you're saying. I just don't know. I got a family to think about. You have a family to think about. I just don't know. Our guy throws his beer and kicks his truck because, that's what they do. They throw beers and kick trucks. That's what they do. Tony tries to tell him to calm down. He won't calm down. So Tony did a cardinal sin, family. Would you like to know the cardinal sin Tony pulled? He put the open beer in the flatbed. Yes, he did. He put it in the flatbed of the truck. And when our protagonist kicked it again, it spilled in the flatbed. And our protagonist saw it, and he pushed Tony down to the ground. White on white crime.
You want some more?
We might have more. Then something else came out. Cletus, who can't text for shit, texts our protagonist in July. And in July, he happened to stumble on some data that he couldn't interpret, so he asked one of his smart friends to do it. And it showed that Trump's economy has not been doing well the first 6 months. And Cletus is starting to feel it. He couldn't get his teeth fixed, but, that's insurance. It's the out-of-pocket that's going to kill him. But he sent that to our protagonist. Our protagonist immediately went to curse Cletus out, tell him to get a spelling book, and proceed to block his number. White on white crime.
You want some more?
And last but not least, family, we have arrived. After all the bullshit, all the stories, all the positive spinning they tried to do, our protagonist, we finally got to where the straw broke the camel's back. This story. The furries. Thomas Matthew Crooks. The dog had no chance. White on white crime.
You want some more? Do you? All right. Bim, bam, boom. Somebody get this nigga out of my way.
How did you like that story? All first verse. All first verse. That was all first verse. Nothing was written. But what we're going to do, family, since we're going to let y'all sound off, and we had some folk in here that got mad at me for some stuff I said. You can click that link and tell me how mad you are. Again, just to prove it to y'all, all first verse. There's no notebooks around here, none of this. Nothing here. No chat GPT open. None of this. Benefits of a classical education. Shout out to Hans Gruber from Die Hard. As I said, the dog had no chance. I actually feel bad for the dog mostly, because the dog can't express their hurt. They can only show it. But you would think they were just playing. That's a true victim. But anyway, if you'd like to come up, it's there. If not, hey, I can go rest until 6 o'clock. Where we're going to be laughing at Black MAGA. Black MAGA has figured out that they don't like you. And some of them have already started to leave MAGA. And we here for it.
Joke's on you.
But that's okay. And I'm going to go cook too. I'm going to be nice for the family today. I'm going to make a nice meal. Very nice meal. I'm going to make that Southern classic shrimp and grits. And before y'all say something, if you're going to say something about my shrimp and grits, you kiss my ass. But it looked like nobody gonna come up, so that's fine. I knew those cowards were gonna run. This nigga said water bugs. Water bugs all in the greens. Why her? Because her laugh is hilarious. That's why he put it in there.
Y'all trying to get me go to hell.
Not literally, we just saying, Black are you? Oh, here we go. You know what you could do for me, Mr. 25? You could click that link. I would love to hear all about this. I'm actually curious. We talking about the white boy or girl that became a guy that took Trump out, and you want to bring up the Epstein files. I'm curious. Click that link. I would love to know about the Epstein files and what Big Ward the fraud said. Big Ward the retard. I would love to know what he said. Click that link for me. I'd love to know it. I think the family would like to indulge in what you have procured from that site about the Epstein files and how Trump's innocent. So please click that link. Let us know. That's great. His newest video. I would like for you to come up and succinctly tell me what was in that video, because I have husband and fatherly duties. I can't watch everything. So since you saw it and you have a synopsis of it, I'd like to know. So when I do get a chance to watch it, I can go in there and I'm not lost. So please let me know. It would be nice. There's a lot of content on the Black side of YouTube. I can't watch everything. So please come on, click that link for us. It's you have the year in your name. So we're going to give you carte blanche, please. It would be nice. But anyway, how are the rest of y'all doing today? I always forget to ask that. I hope it's warm where you are. I tell you, the South is crazy because it was cold last week. And then the end of the week, it started getting warm. Now it's warm again. You schizo muff down here with this weather, boy. What do you mean? How do you click the link? It should be there. The link's right there. See, it's right there. Let me go in. Let me see how it looks. I don't know. Are you on the phone or are you on the regular version? Because I don't know. If you're on your phone, it should work. If you're on the regular, it should work. I'm on the page right now with it. Let me see. Yeah, it should work. It's right there. You're on the cell phone, so it should work for you. It should. It worked for everybody else. It should. You should just click it and it's there. Hello, Don P. See, Reparations Nation said it worked from his phone. So come on. It should be easy. Come on, just click it, set it up real nice, and you could tell me all about how Big Fraud the retard said that Trump is innocent. Come on, you're Your audience wants you to let us know. If you would like to give me your email, I'll send it to you in an email and you can come up. And that might be easier for you. Or one of your social media pages. Would you like me to send it to one of your social media pages, like your Instagram or something? I think I could do that for you. And it might be easier for you there. I'm just saying. That'll work better for you. I'll send it to you on there. So I sent it to your Instagram. Make sure you go through a browser. No. He's probably not. He's probably it's technology, you know. Technology's it advances every 13 seconds, so it's not. I would like to know how President Donald J. Akinyele was innocent of those Epstein file charges. That's what I would like. I'd like to know this. Why? Because he said he wants it released now. Okay, that's great. You want it released. You should have just released it. Now, here's the thing. When they vote for it in the House and it gets past the Senate, does he sign it? That'll tell us everything. But yes, we sent it to your Instagram. So you should be able to click it. And you should be able to come on and let us know what's going on here. There you go. There you go. Yes, sir.
Hey, what up? What up?
Yes, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man, I'm not fake. You already know that by now. But yeah, I always hit you up on Instagram every now and then, and I'm a lookout for you. It's not to hate, it's just a lookout. Because what I'm trying to do is expose the black sellouts for Trump and, you know, the Democrat ones too, because I'm not neither one or the other. But as of right now, we still having these sellout Sambos for Trump after all the stuff he's doing. And like I said, I'm not covering for the Democrats either because I don't like them either. But we actually have this orange-faced fool in the office running the country, and we still have these people like this big ward, the sellout, big ward of genius sellout supporting Trump. So anyway, on his last video I sent you, yeah, bro, he's going into every detail in the book why Trump's innocent, every detail in the book why Trump's not a racist, every detail in the book why it's black Democrats that are running the nation. He even said on one of his videos the other day I sent you that it's not white people, it's prejudice against black people or white folks. It's running black people. It's black Democrats. It's running black people. And yeah, and on his last video today, he posted it. It's the Democrats, black Democrats that are running Trump and putting his name out there. He's not on the Epstein files or nothing. So, I mean, and this dude's getting a big following. I'm just saying he's really getting really popular, even with some of the black people. So that's why, you know, I try to look out and send you like different videos on Instagram.
Black people. Who are these black people?
They're black people on his channel. I mean, I don't know what they. I mean, you know, you look at the comments and stuff. It's black folks, and sometimes he has black people call in his shows. I watch his shows all the time because I sit at my job. On my job, I'm a guard, so I can sit and watch videos all night of different things. And you know, he's one of the ones that caught my attention while I watch him so much. Used to be that one big bald, and it's always big bald-headed, dark complected black dudes that love Trump. Used to be what's his name? Oh, now he acts like he hates Trump. Oh, great big dude, had the Confederate flag. Ricky Manor. He used to act like he hated Trump, or he used to act like he loved Trump. Now he acts like he hates him for some reason. But I'm not even worried about him. Now it's Big Ward the Genius, which is a great big black dude that looks just like him. So, yeah, but this dude, man, he's actually spreading all kind of propaganda, talking about it's black Democrats that are the ones behind the Epstein list, and Trump's not even guilty, not even no part of it. Then he's showing all these videos of Cuomo, this Cuomo dude that he says is a Democrat. That it's Cuomo's actually talking bad against Democrats and saying that Trump's not guilty too. So, you know, and that's all propaganda because Cuomo and Trump and all of them's in it together.
Okay. And when did he do this?
He made this video today on this this last video. Said something about it's just his last Big Word of Genius, his last video. Actually, he has like 3 accounts. He has one with the Trump something on something, but you know, now see, with me, I'm an ex-pro basketball player and I'm an ex-fighter, kickboxer, and I'm not saying I'm the toughest guy or nothing. I'm only 5'8", you know, and you know, I'm not a big dude, but this dude wanted to fight me because I got on one of his live shows last year.
Wait
and
a minute, 5'8"?
Pardon?
You said you're 5'8"?
I'm 5'8", 5'8 and a half.
Bullshit.
Bullshit.
I'm not a big dude, but I had this dude called me out on one of his talk shows last year and wanted me to fight him. So I was driving for a van company around the United States last couple of years, actually making pretty good money delivering things. So he told me to come to Mobile.
I have a question before you continue.
Yeah, go ahead.
So you say this big fraud, the retard, he put out this video, right?
Yeah, he just put it out today.
And he did that for white folk?
He always does it for white folks, bro.
So
he actually put out a video.
So hold on. So basically he did so he did it for them.
Yeah, and yesterday he made a video saying he lost his black card, man, and he said he's glad.
I mean, that's fine. The economy's bad, but anyway, the reason why I asked that is if he's doing all this for white folks and some black folks, why do you still participate in watching his content?
I'm stupid.
You shouldn't be stupid. I have a suggestion. I would just unsubscribe and just make sure you don't when they have that 3 dots, they just say don't recommend channel. I tell you, it'll clean up your algorithm beautifully.
He's used my name and put my picture out on some of his videos.
Okay,
and I stopped watching.
I've had people do that to me. I've had people do that to me, and I haven't responded to them. So
I know, but it's just
everybody's looking for.
I know, and it, you know, I stopped watching him. And then, you know, I had people on my Facebook.
Because you sent me the video this morning yesterday saying that he put this up. I didn't watch it. That just goes, I don't give a shit about him.
Right.
I hope he crashes his truck. But I'm not going to sit up there and watch his content. I'm not going to watch content of somebody I don't like.
Right.
That's why I don't watch most of these black conservatives unless they go somewhere and have a debate and get royally kicked. That's right. But I'm not going to click on their channels unless I'm doing a broadcast where I need to go get something from it. Us as folk over here, we give these people too much of our energy.
And you're right.
You got it. If you have a channel, do what you love, you will find your audience. Using your channel to go after somebody else doesn't do anything.
Yeah, you're right.
Not looking for that right now.
And I'm just kind of, I'm a hard-headed dude. I mean, like I said,
hard-headed. Listen, you were a kickboxer. You know how blows to the head are. You don't need to be hard-headed. You need to focus. We have 6 more weeks left in this year. You have plenty of time to switch your channel around. I suggest after you leave this, because I got to go cook and do husband things.
What you making me to eat, man? I'm starving.
Shrimp and grits. But after this, I need you to go to his channel. Make sure you hit unsubscribe. Then hit the 3 dots and say, do not recommend this channel. That way you won't have to see it and you won't have to worry about him anymore. He's looking for you and others to say something about him. I could care less.
And you know what, too? And it gets
grown ass man, and you have responsibilities like any other grown ass man. Us as grown-ass men, especially grown-ass black men, we got to stop giving our energies to other grown-ass black men who want to wish us harm.
Right. So I enjoy seeing him suffer though, because all the Trump stuff
from afar.
Yeah, he bragged Trump up, and now he's lost his truck job and all this stuff.
Don't worry, 30% of his white audience is going to call him a nigger soon, and he's going to get mad and he's going to jump off the Trump train. That's when you should go back over there and laugh at him. But right now, conserve your mental. Find your niche on YouTube. Go make YouTube money and better your life. The best revenge you can do on this dude is to be better than him. So now I have to go because the shrimp is thawing, and I do not want to mess up the kitchen. So make sure you do what I said. And don't worry about him or the painted beard dude. Please don't.
Yes, sir. Oh, I ain't worried about you no more, man. Right, hey, you have a good one, man. Thanks, man.
Yes, sir. See, that's all you got to do, family. Don't let people take away your mental. Please don't. Thank you so much. I know y'all are mad. It's okay, though. We are gone now. But last time, let's end off with the Trump stuff. Let's end off with it. MAGA, let me holler at you. This is your real enemy. This right here. It's not us and our beautiful melanin skin. And it's not our children that you swear up and down are on EBT, which are going to grow up to be EBT recipients. And it's not our women that you secretly want to smash, but you need to fake that you don't like them because them folk over there would throw you out. It's him. The kid who you spawned that lives in the corner bedroom facing the driveway. Your enemy is Mike Cameron. I'm sorry, Mike Seaver. That's who your enemy is. I understand you don't want to hear that. That's right. Stop worrying about us. Y'all need to get up. We're the safest people in the world for y'all, and y'all like being around us because when black folk around, even the ones with the guns. Let me tell y'all something, fam. White folk wish they were in Boys in the Hood when Doughboy and Ricky Mama had the barbecue. That was the safest place in Compton. They was up there in Manhattan Beach and Huntington Beach and what the one, Torrance. They was getting thrown off the canyons and they were over there getting yelled at by their daddy because they had no drive. And they was wondering what the Negroes were doing. The Negroes was laughing. They was partying. They was eating the good barbecue. Beautiful. I mean, y'all could say that. That's fact. I mean, he had his hand down by his crotch. We seen it. But I'm just saying, this is your open enemy. This guy. Well, Lord Alcatraz, that's directed to me. That's fine. Come let a beta male beat the hell out of you verbally and intellectually. But I know you won't do it because you're surrounded by water and yo dumbass don't know how to swim. And you've been conditioned by the people that are supposed to love you that there were sharks in that water, even though there's not. But you can come prove me wrong, but I know you won't do it. Because like him, you're a coward. I said it. Oh, y'all don't like me saying that. Fine. Remix. Oh, we gonna roast the white boy before we leave. And we gonna roast Trump. Oh, yes. Family, I want y'all to take a good look at this picture. I want you to look good. You're right. I'm glad you said that. And I don't know you well enough, but I can smell the coward energy off of you. But let's go. Let's have a conversation with the congregation. This right here is white America. And I'm confident in saying that. You want to know why I say this is white America? Because this is the unassuming. This is the dude that you go pay your your what they got for movie tickets now, about $17.30. This is who you go see in the movie because this is going to make the movie. This is the funny dude. This is McLovin. You paid back then, it was $10 to go see McLovin try to go get smashed out and hang out with cops. But this is the real enemy of white America right here. Because y'all love that Clark Kent aesthetic, don't you, family? Don't they love that? Take them glasses off. Oh, he's tall, dark, and mysterious. You put it on there, he a whole beta male. Fam, do you understand that MAGA right now is crashing out on X over this supposed maybe transgender person who made their president get on the floor? I'm just saying. Wasn't no black person, wasn't no Hispanic, wasn't no Asian, wasn't no jihadist, wasn't no motherfucker with the green destiny. It was the nigga down the street. And we're saying the N-word because it means stupid, ignorant person. It was the nigga down the street who asked you if I can shovel your snow with my new robot for $10 because he wants to test it out. Trump got put on the floor by somebody look like they make bombs in the basement. Are you serious? Oh, you're still talking. Maybe you figured out how to swim the bay. Bullshit. MAGA is, sir, or ma'am, or it. We don't discriminate here, and especially it works here today because of this person. Y'all are crying over Marjorie Taylor Greene giving Trump the blues. I'm supposed to say y'all are strong? Are you serious? Let China come outside and say, listen, I think President Trump's a piece of shit. Y'all are gonna be all over there crying, talking about we gotta go. China's mean. We gotta go attack China. Okay, motherfucker. Okay. You think, hold on. This fool just told me that MAGA is supposedly strong. Y'all can't even go online and say the word Jewish or Jew. And y'all are strong? Y'all are scared to write out Jew on social media because you're scared of a computer and you're strong? Y'all watch y'all president get hit on the floor by somebody who needs a prescription to see. Black family, can y'all put the glasses emoji in there for this fool one time? Trump got put on the floor by somebody that goes to Lens Crafters. I'm sorry. He from the backwoods. He went to Pearl Vision. Come on now. You let Pearl Vision put your president on the ground. Look at his teeth, family. You let somebody with a near overbite put your president on the ground. Y'all can't talk to me. Again, I'll say it again. If this was white folk, y'all allowed this. If this was black folk, we'd be outside riding. Y'all saw Boys in the Hood. I know some of y'all secretly like Menace to Society. You saw how quick they was in the car to go get Harold's killers. Oh, but if it was one of y'all's movies, oh, hell nah. That movie about 1 hour 57, y'all don't catch this motherfucker till 20 minutes before the movie ends. We seen John Wick. Shout out to John Wick. That whole movie could have been done in one 30-minute episode on TV. That man needed 1 hour and 50 minutes to go get the bad guy. And he knew where he was. Y'all telling me y'all not tough? This guy got y'all. He's living rent-free in y'all head for over a year. He next to Tyler Robinson, they both got on furry outfits doing the Macarena. Come on now. Ain't y'all tough? Y'all tough. This. No training except he went into the forest probably in practice. White people made what? What? White people made what? No, sir. See these folk in here? No, it's these folk. These folk. Without some of these folks' ancestors, you wouldn't be here, because I know you were dirty Ellis Island immigrants, so don't even tell that lie. Number one. Number two, without these folk, you see what I'm broadcasting on, what you watching me on, called a smartphone? A black woman and a black man helped to push that forward, especially the 3G, which is now up to 5G. Thank that black woman. Next time you play video games, thank Jerry Lawson one time. Thank the black person that invented the ironing board. Thank the black person who revolutionized the washing machine. Thank the black people who are out there looking white folk dead in their face and telling you, I dare you to try to kill me, and gave you civil rights so you could say this bullshit and I can't come and fuck you up. I thank the civil rights leaders. I thank them all, because my family got an opportunity to come here. And I'm never going to sit there and shit on them. Maybe you need to thank the black people, because without black people, guess what would happen? Your people would turn on you. Like that. We're the moral compass of this country. Notice, and I'm going to prove it to you right now. Remember how y'all said black folk were all dangerous and all this other bullshit? Funny thing happened during the election cycle. Y'all remember when we started saying we're going to vote the couch and we're going to stay out of this shit? Did we not? And I want everybody that's black in to confirm this for me. Did we not all sit down and we said, since y'all not going to listen to us, we're going to show you how much power we got. We going to vote this couch, or we going to fuck around and just vote for somebody that's not on that ballot, and we going to sit down and we going to watch y'all descend into chaos. Y'all said we were crazy. I said, okay. And everybody said, okay. We sat back, we chilling, we do our little broadcasts here and there. We educate the family, because the teaching don't stop. But what happened all this year, family? The last 10 and a half months. Hasn't everything descended into chaos, and we ain't have nothing to do with it? All this white on white violence. Y'all going after Asians now. Y'all done went after them Hispanics. We just sitting back chilling. Y'all want us to come outside so you can have somebody to blame, because you can't blame yourselves. Because you refuse to, because you're cowards. This is America right here on your screen. That's America. We ain't, exactly, Nene. We ain't go outside and protest. Y'all had all them protests, all them white on white violence protests called No Kings. The white on white violence protests called Charlie Kirk's Memorial. The Nazi rally that y'all, sorry, YouTube, the Eisen rally, that white on white violence rally had all those black folk were in there in large numbers. We stayed away from that. And ever since those rallies happened, y'all looking worse and worse on the world stage. It's so bad. You got world leaders talking to black folks directly. They not even talking to y'all no more. Am I brainwashed? No, you are, sir. Y'all out there crying every day. Look how y'all are acting over what you found out today. We knew this. Okay, great. That was a year ago. Now where you at? What are you going to do with that information? Okay, he wore furry outfits. He drew furry stuff. What are you going to do with that information? Nothing. You know why you can't do nothing with it? Because Matthew Crooks did something that most of y'all couldn't do. He stood 10 toes down.
He got away with it, but he ain't get away with it.
He took a shot at that man and stood there and let them counter snipers give it to him. He said, I'm not even going to get arrested. Again, I'm going to prove that y'all are cowards. I'm going to prove you're a coward, because I gave you that link and you still didn't click it. Thank you for proving to everybody in the room and everybody that's going to see this on the playback that you're a coward. This should be easy. I'm a black man. This should be easy. Remember, I'm subhuman. I have a low IQ. This should be easy for you. But of course, nah, you ain't gonna click that. Nah. Ain't enough white people in here. Go get your white friends. I'll embarrass you in front of them too. They'll never let you sip from the same beer can again. But we know y'all poor. Remember, Trump took away y'all SNAP benefits and just told y'all today that you're gonna have to reapply for it. And guess who's crashing out over it? It ain't us. Remember, they were gonna knock off SNAP. It was gonna be black people riding in the street. Who's the videos they complaining on? It's all number white people. Red state white people. Because that's where most of it goes. But I figured you would have known that. But again, your coward ass don't do nothing except troll social media pages, waiting for somebody to educate you because you won't do it yourself. I feel bad for the people around you. But again, family, what you see on the screen, this is white America right here. A pro-Trump person who defected in 2020 because he lost, but was still indoctrinated for 4 years and think just because he went anti-Trump that just goes away. Okay, how about all the liberals y'all let over in MAGA in 2016? Did you really think they would stop being liberal? Oh, you wanted that fantasy. No, sir. This is called the Most High talking through me and telling the truth. That's what that is. I know you have to go to work. You have to make sure the SNAP people know that you're working so you can keep it going. Because they need that first confirmation before they let you apply. I understand, sir. You're probably one of those people who 5 years ago took the government money and kept sucking on their tit. You didn't do better. I understand, sir. Trump and his cronies knew exactly what they were doing when they gave out all that money when the world was locked down. That was the biggest social experiment in history. They wanted to see how many of y'all were going to depend on the government, and you didn't let the government down. Now y'all over there circulating a video of the dude who made the mRNA vaccine tell you what it was about. And now y'all are complaining about that too. That's all y'all done in 2025, the year of white complaining. Every little thing, every week something comes up, complain. I ain't hear one solution. And the bullshit solutions that y'all did come up with goes against everything that you stood for. Just like when the last one took a shot at one of your heroes. Well, technically, I should say one of your zeros. Y'all started screaming like leftists. Gun control for transgenders. Oh, gun control. Somebody on the right advocating for gun control. Oh, okay. All right. Sounds like something a Democrat would say. Kind of like you, Lord Alcatraz. You're a Democrat. I know. How conspicuous your name is a prison in a blue city, in a blue state. Thank you for letting us know. And Don P's from that area, so he should be offended. That's how you represent the Bay Area. They have two famous bridges, Steph Curry and Hilly Roads, and the Embarcadero. But you came in with one of their most famous landmarks and you sound like a leftist. He's offended. That's why he's staying in Oakland. Oakland is real. But anyway, once again, before I go, family, that's white America right there in a nutshell. This could be Trump's son. If things would have turned a little bit more, he still would have done this. And within 2 or 3 more election cycles, he'd have been in Congress. But y'all want to tell me y'all tough. MAGA is tough. MAGA sat there and cried about TikTok, but they're supposed to be tough. MAGA told us that China was taking all our data through TikTok. What did MAGA do? Run right over to TikTok and give China the data. New accounts and all that, bragging how much views they got on TikTok. How the MAGA movement is taking over TikTok, which it's not. But MAGA's tough. MAGA had a meltdown that the Saudis bought Electronic Arts. And y'all supposed to be tough? Y'all let Amazing Lucas son y'all live. And y'all supposed to be tough? Y'all couldn't even go outside and be tough to make sure Sydney Sweeney had a decent opening weekend. But you tough? All right. Well, anyway, we're going to show you how tough MAGA is about 6 o'clock. When we talk about Black MAGA. Anyway, y'all, hopefully you learned something. If you did, I done my job. If not, I try to be better next time. Shout out to White America that's on the screen. Shout out to him. Anyway, y'all take care, stay safe, and you know what to do when the agents of chaos come to mess up your existence.
Get your ass up! We gotta get out of here now!
But did we have a good time here? Hello?
Gotta get your groove on.
At the end of the day gotta end.
That's it.